before we get started, we would like to give a Patreon shout out to one of our favorite patrons, Maxime Rust. Thank you so much, Maxime. Thank you. You allow us to pay our rent. You allow Yutaka to refill his kibbles and bits. We appreciate it so much.
Speaking of kibbles and bits, I'm going to rip that bastard bag out your hand. I'm not having another one of them episodes.
The girls are fighting again. Well, thanks.
Thank
Maxime.
you.
Thank you,
Roll the
Maxime.
intro.
Play that intro.
We all go a little mad.
Welcome back to the Horror Hour, the place where we discuss, debate, and disagree on all things horror. And in recent months, sometimes we don't even talk about horror movies. You know, it is what it is. Today, Nick Says Boo, your number one co-host here on the show, is joined by... Is my name David? Thank you. Thank you.
Who is that?
Anyways, I am joined by my favorite new Buffy friend. He's been my friend before this, but now he's my new Buffy friend, George.
Hi. I just want to say that if I would take you to prom and dance to Wild Horses with you.
Thank you.
And I would give you a small umbrella.
Oh wait, you watched the first episode, so you know what of season.
I was fuming.
I was mad. I was. Ooh. Anyways. I am also joined by everyone's favorite ginger, Liam.
Hi, I'm here. I'm queer. I take it up the rear.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
A poem. How sweet.
And last but not least, we are joined by recovering alcoholic Yutaka. I say this with love.
I beg your pardon.
Alcoholism is a disease. It is not a joke.
Listen, it's better than last time, Yutaka, I forgot to even introduce you.
What in the did I step into?
I do love that outfit on you, though. With the dragon.
Fuck off, all of
Are those
you.
little aliens?
Not fucking.
I haven't done anything.
Alcoholic.
I've been cheering you on all day.
I apologize. He is not a recovering alcoholic. He is still deep into his alcoholism. I'm just kidding.
If alcohol was buying merchandise from every single outlet that's possible, then that's his problem.
It's true. I spent all my
Merchandise
money
law.
in stupid merch.
Okay, how about this? We are joined, last but not least, by everyone's little favorite Shogun assassin, Yutaka.
Okay, I did like that one.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Why the couldn't you give me that the first time?
Because I couldn't think of it, okay? I was like, what do I associate with Yutaka? Well, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, anyways, we are here
next movie
today.
I recommend. Ooh, I'm gonna make sure you hate it.
So you want me to rewatch our reaction to Irreversible?
Oh God!
We are here today to talk about the end of the world, apocalyptic horror. I am going to pick the order here. And I don't want Yutaka to feel like he is left out. So I'm going to say, Yutaka, you can go first. Let's get it started. Come on, you're the movie wizard. Let's see what you got.
Pull us in.
Come on, tickle our taint, Yutaka. What do you got?
Use it.
No, I'll go
Use it
last.
like a pinboard.
No, that's not how this works.
That's not how it works. You
Pass.
You can't pass. You have to go first. Milk us like a cow. Let's see what you got.
Or like a cat.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Well,
Even David.
have any of you seen Night of the Comet?
No.
I did. I watched it for Patreon.
No.
For
That's
Yutaka.
really-
I mean, it's entirely possible. I don't.
No, I wouldn't have recommended it.
Oh,
I mean, I like it, but what I'm saying is that wouldn't have been one I wanted him to watch.
fair.
But yeah, no, I
Yeah.
actually like it. It was 80s. I
Sell it
believe.
to us.
Twas the 80s.
Honestly, it's kind of neat, and it's the fact that a comet hits pretty much almost all of humanity is like gone. some people survive just fine. Some are kind of like these weird, would you call them zombies? I wasn't sure.
Zombie light.
Yeah. But what it is kind of through most of it is like these two sisters just joyriding, and then they find two men like through this like abandoned city and just like living their best life, not realizing, hey, everyone's really dead. This is it. Also, it was the 80s. So I love the fashion. It was so much fun, and the guys were cute. And they had a good like. I feel like there was a montage in it. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Probably.
We're going to need a montage.
It was a good movie, though. I enjoyed it.
Well,
that was a fantastic pick, Yutaka. Thank you for setting us off on a good start. Liam, what do you have for us?
Nicholas, I have
AIDS.
Alicia, find the key.
Oh, that was rough.
Thank you. I am coming with one that I don't think we've ever mentioned on this channel, and that is
Shocker.
Reign of Fire.
I thought it was a drinking game.
I have no
That's
idea
Ring
what
of
that
Fire.
is.
Ring of Fire.
Wait, are you talking about the dragon movie?
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie. Oh, wait.
Oh, is that the one where it's
No, I
outside
like
Big Ben?
Dragonheart better.
Yes.
I've seen the poster.
Yes. So this is a
Story
film
of
that was from the early 2000s, starring Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey.
That was it.
And Gerard Butler?
And Gerard Butler as well, yes. And Tandaway Newton's in it as well, isn't she?
I love her.
Yeah. And it starts out, it's just a young boy going to visit his mummy, who is working on the expansion to the London Underground. And then, oh shit, they just drilled into a cavern. And what's in that cavern? Fucking dragons.
Yikes.
And then they all come out and the world goes to shit. And then they live in a castle in Scotland, which has like a big underground thing. It's quite nice. Protects them from the dragons. And then Matthew McConaughey suddenly turns up like, but crazy American-y. But I go shoot me some dragons. Yeah. And then everything goes to shit, and then they have to kill the biggest dragon of them all. It's real fun.
I am going to be honest that I got triggered when you said mummy, because I hear that word and I think, are you my mummy? And I'm like, I hate it. I hate it so much.
You love it. I am your mummy. I will always be your mummy.
Well, looking that up, Liam, I recognize the poster, but I have never seen that movie. But I appreciate the fact that you stayed on theme by picking a non-horror movie.
It's like horror-ish.
I mean, it's fine.
It was on.
We got to expand our horizons here.
Of apocalyptic horrors, and I was like, well, if Google's saying it's about an apocalyptic horror, I'm going with it.
Must be.
That's right. Well, thank you for that, Liam. I appreciate it.
Look,
now to my favorite Slayer in training.
What? I mean, he's
It's
pale
very
enough to be a Slayer.
Well,
Or a vampire.
Jorge, what
Yes.
is your first pick?
I'm going with a horror. I'm going to take the other element. So I'm going with something that's more horror and less apocalyptic, literally like apocalyptic. Because I'm going with something that I will always say, because I'm not going to change. And you're going to hear the same 12 things out of my lips, dead set. Because I think that it really plays on a great element of apocalypse, where the whole show is basically in a grey overlay for the entire time, where everything just looks dark and just hellish. And it's quite by the end of it, you kind of just like, oh wow, great. And so to me, I think that's the perfect type of apocalypse, done on a smaller scale. So it's not CGI dragons coming to Scotland, but it is. There's a Scottish woman in it called Pippa, and she's a great.
Oh,
yeah, he did a poo. He did a poo in a stag. So thank you.
Well, that was a great choice, George. I can confirm because I watched that with you, and 10 out of 10 would watch again for Pippa alone. Well, my turn. I am going to go with one of my favorites from the franchise. Not a lot of people's favorites, but one of mine. Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse.
Yes.
It is not
Wait.
good, but it is so much fucking fun.
That's the third one, right?
Second.
Third one is the
Extinction.
best one, but the second one.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess I could also say
You could
we'll
say all
2
of them
and 3.
after that.
We'll say yeah, all of them. 2 and 3 are, in my opinion, the most fun of the
Mhm.
franchise.
Agreed.
Remember getting a little bit of a chub the first time in theaters that Alice, when she's like walking across the bridge and she's like, wait a minute, there's something down there in the smoke.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, what could it be? And then she has this badass fight with Apocalypse. Oh, it was so good.
Apocalypse?
And then since Apocalypse,
Nemesis?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of X-Men.
Yeah.
Both with
Nemesis.
six eyes.
Mm.
That's right. And then my favorite scene of the entire franchise is in the third one, and it is when they are being attacked by the crows, and Alice shows up and burns them alive, and it is so fucking cool looking. And I was sitting there waiting for Horror Bandwagon's reaction to it because I was like, they're gonna gag, and they gagged.
Yeah.
So it
But
was
but to be fair, gag-worthy scene. But she was too late. She ruined it for herself because she didn't get there quick enough to save Jennifer Lopez's voice.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Well,
After
just rest
that
assured,
time.
George isn't there yet, but Jennifer Lopez's voice does show up on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh.
I know all one of
You
their
got a while
songs.
though. You got a while though.
Of course.
Yes, a famous Ashanti song is Jenny from the Block. Just definitely check it out. So that was my choice, and now we are going to go back to everyone's favorite Yutaka. What is your second choice?
This came out in 2021, and this was honestly, it's a Christmas one too. But this was interesting because I did not expect
What?
that. It's a dark comedy. You've seen it, Silent Night. Okay, so the premise, which I really enjoyed. So basically,
I remember you
this,
talking about
Bravo.
this kind of came out
Bravo.
during.
I haven't seen it, so you just let me know when I can come back.
Anyways, all right. So for everyone, it's basically like a virus wiped is like turning people into mindless zombies. And it's a play on obviously all the rich are celebrating their final night because the government has given them all unalive pills.
Think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fuck.
Funnier than most of George's reactions because he can't stop messing with that fucking bag. This is why you're never going to be loved. That goddamn bag.
Wow.
Back to what I was saying. So it's got a really good cast. Keira Knightley, is it Matthew Good?
I look quite pretty.
And it's just it's a dark comedy, and when they when they start going through the motions of like finally all taking the pills and everything, it's chaotic. Like that household is chaotic and it's funny. So, but it is a post-apocalyptic horror, and it's again, it came out during the pandemic, which is equally as effed up because it also, you could look at it in terms of the whole vaccine debate, because that's where that also was kind of, they did a good job with that.
Okay.
So, yeah. And Santa killed everybody.
That was a great choice. I am so excited to watch that one. Thank you,
You're not
Yutaka.
Yeah.
Liam, give us your Scream 2. How are you gonna overcome the first one? What do you got for us?
F off. I am going to go with 2021, I think. 2021's, possibly 22's Army of the Dead.
Ah,
Because
sorry, that's the movie.
although Zack Snyder, he does always get it right when zombies are involved.
so true. Army of the Dead was so much fun.
Wait,
It
I
will.
just watched something from Zack Snyder.
Rebel
Sucker
Moon.
Punch.
Rebel
Yes,
Moon.
I watched Rebel Moon, and that shit was so
Oh,
good.
I thought you were about Sucker
The
Punch.
first
What?
one. The first one was good. I did not like the second Rebel Moon.
I still haven't watched them.
I
don't
was
think
hoping it was gonna
anyone-
be
I-
Sucker Punch. I'm so
Yes, it
bummed.
did.
I don't think
was like,
anyone's
love
ever
Sucker
said
Punch.
I enjoyed Rebel Moon.
The first one was actually good. They had some really
Yeah,
good
I enjoyed
fight
the
scenes.
first one.
The second one, somebody called it what they say it was a Stardew Valley simulator.
The second one just was like a
Stardew Valley.
giant film just full of montages.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, it sounds like a Zack Snyder film.
Army of the Dead, yes. Love it.
Army of the Dead. Obviously, it is Zack Snyder, so there is going to be a montage. Luckily, the montage is only at the beginning, and then
But that was
is-
funny.
But that was a good montage.
Yes.
That's when, again, Zack Snyder and zombies. This is the only thing he's good at. Stop trying to do other things because you're shit at it. I mean, come on.
Don't
Like, none of
come
his
on me,
DC
mate.
stuff was actually good.
I
Like,
liked his
it was
Justice
fine.
League. I mean, I watched that.
I
I
loved.
believe
Oh my god, I cried. I reacted to that and just cried. I mean, surprise.
you. You always do.
You cried to
Yeah.
Justice League?
The
Yeah. Oh my
Snyder-
god. When
the Snyder Cut was sad. Like,
Yeah, the Snyder
It was
Cut
close.
added so much more
Close.
because of Cyborg storyline. That was
But-
gut wrenching.
it was a 4-hour fucking movie. So
Yeah,
if you can't create this story in an adequate time frame, you're not a good director because you can't direct yourself because you're making too much. You're
Oh,
making
okay.
a TV show, not a movie.
Remind James Cameron that every time he, fucking makes
Avatar is also
Avatar.
shit. And it's
Okay,
less than
and
3 hours,
Titanic?
and it's all
Whoa,
3
we're not.
hours.
We're not
3
bringing
hours.
Titanic into it. You haven't even seen it, Utaka, so you can't comment on that.
No, but I'm giving you. You're sitting here saying if you can't do it in an
I
adequate
d-
time frame.
I didn't
I
say
know.
that. I've got
Was I
Titanic
was I
4K
talking to
behind
you?
there.
Was I
Well,
talking
it
to you,
seemed
George?
like a reaction
I
to what I've
made
just spoken.
A zombie.
Well,
Did you enjoy
Haga,
the chicken?
have fun
Um,
editing that.
Army of
It's
the
a
Dead,
zombie.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
It looks like a Minecraft zombie.
Listen, I'm trying to help like editing with Pugga so that it'll help him edit his own videos a little bit better. He'll learn how to edit out our nonsense so that he can edit out his nonsense. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Pugga.
You remember that time he made you have
yeah, I was gonna
a
say.
filter for the entire episode?
I'm kidding, Pugga. You complete me.
Oh my god, not the rising intonation. Okay, let's go to me.
Oh my god.
Let's
But yeah,
go
Army of the Dead, it's
to-
really fun. Zombies are done really well in it. The apocalypse side of things is done really well in it. And the
Men are
Queen
hot.
zombie is badass. And so is the King zombie. Badass.
Omari Hardwick. When he had
More like
that
hard
circle
dick.
saw.
Jesus.
Sorry, I have a lot of caffeine. George, what do you got
Yes.
for us? Come on, let's do it.
Thanks. So I'm actually going to go with the better Zack Snyder zombie film, and that's Dawn of the Dead remake.
Well, I've already said it in multiple videos, so I was like, I'm going to switch
That's
to
funny
Army.
because we weren't asking if you had. So basically,
I am not having someone with that nose attack me.
I'm cancelling Liam's flight.
Someone tell bald Owen Wilson over here to pipe down.
Not bald Owen Wilson. Part 6. So yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Just alone for one of the best title sequences of any film I've ever seen. The song.
Any of the 28 Days movies.
What, don't be bringing 28 Days into your mouth. Are you
I need to
bringing-
watch those.
You've never seen them? Are you?
I saw them.
Are you
When, I
taking
saw.
fucking
I
piss
saw
when I
28.
put them on our list from you, and you just walk past it every time.
No, I've seen 28 Days Later. I saw that when it first came out, but I've never seen the second one. But I
give
haven't
you
seen it since it first came
£30
out,
a
so I need to
month.
rewatch it.
I give you more than I give to charity a month.
Would you like that to be? How about this? I'll do a double feature as your next pick. I'll watch both of them.
Okay, amazing.
Not him sitting here being like, I give you £30 a month to do. Girl, your
Sorry, Taka,
parents
we're not-
give him.
No, well, it doesn't matter.
Yutaka, he has his own money too.
Not with Olivia Rodrigo coming to town.
Yeah, but that was my dad's funny. So, Dawn of the Dead, just a fantastic sequel. Sorry, a fantastic remake. And it was in the perfect era of fantastic remakes because 2003 was also we had iconic
Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Thank you. Oh, she's kicking in. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No. Dawn of the Dead.
Wait,
Dawn
she
of the
had
Dead.
an edible?
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead remake, fantastic. I think that Sarah Polly, Sarah Polly.
Sarah
Yes.
Polly.
Is that the blonde chick?
Mhm.
Yes, I really enjoyed her. I mean, her acting at times was a bit how much like said, get the fucking gun out of my face. It's like, all right, let's calm down. But other than that, she was really good. And I really believed actually now I'm thinking of it, maybe she wasn't. It was a bit deadpan, wasn't it? She's like, no. Actually, so maybe not. I really liked the guy from I Still Know What He Did Last Summer. He was great in it.
Mekhi Phifer.
Mekhi
Oh, yeah.
Phifer. Yeah, he was great. And I fancied the main man, the daddy looking one, who was
Jake
like
Weber
Mike.
or
Yeah, he played Michael. I can't remember his name. I think it was
Wait, the
Jake
one
Weber.
from Modern Family?
No, not him.
No,
Wasn't
he
he?
was
He was a
the
bit-
dad. He was in Medium. If that's who you're talking about, Jake Weber.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
Yes, him. He looked. I thought it was really
Yeah.
cute with his hair. And I loved at the end it incorporated a bit of found footage and kind of again ended in a way where it did feel like, oh, this was depressing. They all died for nothing. So I'm going to go with that one because I just think, yeah, it's a remake that I can watch again and again. But the one question I always ask myself and will continue to ask is, how did the little girl get in the house? We'll never know. Thank you, Nick.
Which
Nice.
Resident Evil movie is it where they're like
all of
in
them.
like the dome and they're she's like a
Retribution.
housewife? That
Retribution.
reminds me
The-
so much of Dawn of the
The one
Dead.
before, that's the
Retribution.
One before that one.
Yeah, that reminds me so much of Dawn of the Dead, that opening sequence.
Oh yeah, when they come through, it's so good. The way that get back Anna and he gets hit by the ambulance. Ugh.
Truly tragic. Truly tragic.
And
Okay.
the first time the Americans had like witnessed fast zombies in their world, because they were obviously those zombies were heavily inspired by 28 Days Later.
That's right. Oh, I'm drawing you, George. This is
Oh
George
my
right
God.
now, y'all.
That's really good. Can we get that on a t-shirt?
Well, guys, I'm so high right now.
Oh my God.
I have
Are
no
we,
idea what's
Bring
going
it
on.
down.
we should all get matching tattoos for the wedding.
No. I could picture Nick obviously getting tattoos. You want to get a tattoo, George?
I'd get one like somewhere.
Where?
I don't know, be somewhere my mum couldn't see because she would cut me off. And I'm not ready for that.
All right. I want to say, I don't remember the year, but I'm going to guess. I think it was 2008.
Sure.
Cloverfield.
Yes.
Yes.
Cloverfield is a bomb-ass movie.
That was
Mhm.
6.
Oh,
Maybe.
No.
But it is such a good movie. It was one of my favorite things about the movie was actually not in the movie itself. It was the viral marketing that they had around the movie. It was so
Oh,
cool.
dude,
It was
that's
so immersive. I wish that more movies would do shit like that.
yeah, Scream, step it up.
They need to work on their script before we work
Yeah.
on viral marketing. Okay. I think that they're making a new one that they have announced will be an actual direct sequel to the original film
Well, about time.
versus the shit that they did with the second one and the third one.
But they plastered the name on it.
Right. Last minute
Was
in
that the one
post-production.
in
Let's make it a
space?
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Cloverfield
Oh,
Paradox was in space, and then but that second one, I forget the name of it, but that one that was good.
Ken
It was,
played
a
the
good
field
movie.
lane.
Lane, I did like that. Yeah,
It was
I
a good movie. It was
agreed.
just a shit Cloverfield movie.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
I'll remember
but
that
I loved
humans
the
are always
first
the
one,
villains.
and I love that we got Lizzie Kaplan in the first one
Mhm.
because I love her.
That scene still makes me
Until she
mad.
went
She she was my favorite character. I love Lizzie
Yeah, she
Kaplan.
was great.
She was great. She was great. But yeah, I love it. I think it's incredibly scary. It has really cool sound design.
Yeah.
And if you have not seen it, I would definitely recommend. You don't have to like spend hours doing it, but you can just go onto like the Cloverfield Wikia and read through all of the viral marketing that they did for it because it's really, really cool. And it actually explains the monster and where the monster comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a great choice, Nick. Thank you.
Oh,
You shocked everybody. It was
That's
amazing. Okay, Yutaka, do you have a third pick for us?
Yeah, it's well. Can I ask a question? Would a disaster film be apocalyptic if it's?
We're
killing
not
off,
doing
like-
home videos. No.
No, girl. Oh, your dolls are sitting back there, and they know all your cracks and crevices, sir.
That's right.
Annabelle's looking.
That's right.
Annabelle's
That's
looking
right,
at one of
Chucky.
the
You like
crevices.
this? Oh, Chucky.
Oh,
Anyway.
no. Pug is going to screenshot that for his own personal
I
gain.
know.
It's gonna be his new clip to use.
God.
But no, like would that
Yeah.
Just say it.
It's like the beginning of an apocalypse, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you all
Yeah.
remember? It's crazy because obviously when the pandemic happened, but when that happened, did any of you ever look back on what I think was considered like a drama film, but now I full on believe is a horror film, and it's Contagion?
Contagion.
Yes, Contagion. Kate Winslet. Ugh.
Yes, I like that movie.
No,
I do
Nick
like that
catching up.
No,
That's right.
sorry, I was trying to get to the point, but I was going too slow for Nick. So let me.
No,
go
you
real-
clearly
Wow, I have a
weren't.
lot of caffeine.
You clearly weren't. It
Whose
took him a
fault
long
was
time to catch
that?
up to the
I'm so
rest of us.
sorry. Well, I was trying to. Like, I'm trying here. I'm hungry.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put him in a dungeon.
And you
under
can't be
under.
moving that fast and not wearing like a tank top. You're really like, we're suffering here. I'm just kidding.
When I lay in bed, I touch myself and I think of
it's not
you.
me.
Yeah, anyways,
So
but
you
Contagion,
tag
like the fact
Contagion.
of how like eerily accurate it was, like when everything was happening, like people were like looting the stores, first things to go, like toilet paper, all this, and then obviously just seeing how the virus, like it all transmitted. I'm trying to word myself carefully because YouTube will still like strike, or non-mon if
Mm.
so it with the way it broke out, the way it told the story, and of course, like you said, well, also nobody saw that they were gonna kill off some big name stars in this
Mm.
movie, and I think like the mom, that was just sad.
Oh my god, yeah, like right at the very beginning with
Yeah, what's her name? Yeah, well, I mean,
Mm.
yeah, no. So like,
Just with the CDC work.
yes. Oh my god. Yeah, no, the film has like some really great emotional beats. You care about some of these characters, but it is just so eerily just like, oh my god, the fact that we went through this, and I feel like that was just telling, like, it's just foreshadowing.
It was a prophecy film.
But it's a good film though, regardless. Like, it's really
It
good,
is.
great
Mm.
cast, and yeah,
Thank you for that. It took
Yeah.
me a second because I didn't realize you said great cast. I thought you said Rick Astley for some reason. And I was like, what? He was in that movie?
what is happening with your brain today?
I don't know.
sir?
I actually I don't know why, because they're obviously quite different movies, but I think I watched them in and around the same time, and I've only seen them both once, but I always get Contagion confused with Side Effects.
Well,
Rooney
I-
Mara, which
I
is
could
also a
see
really
that
good
because,
movie.
like, Jude
It's
Law's in
because-
both of those, right?
It's because it's a good ensemble
The
cast.
Mm.
marketing was the same. Like they used the same posters.
Yeah.
It was the same writing. It was the like squared off pictures of the cast with like a
Mhm.
yellow
Yeah.
thing and red writing. So they were like kind of interchangeable as far as the marketing was concerned.
Yeah. I feel better knowing that I was
One
not the
just
only
did
one who got
better at the box office than the other.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Contagion, both of them flopped.
Contagion made
Flop
136
Tina. Flop
million
Tina.
worldwide.
It was classed as a flop at the time.
Well,
They said it was in its... All right, so Liam, what do you have for us?
Hi. So for number 3, I'm going to go with I'll just go with Zombieland. I'm going to go with Zombieland. It was the best reinvention of the zombie genre that we've seen ever, as far as I'm concerned.
And what did Zombieland teach us to always do?
Double tap.
Double tap. That's right.
wow.
I
think you
admittedly
heard
I think the way
did not
I think
finish
the way
the
they
second one.
took. Well, yeah, the second one wasn't as good. But the first one, it reinvented what you could do with a zombie film.
They just played Dead Rising.
No, it reinvented it, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't care what you nasty little bitches think, because I am a beautiful ginger princess, and what I say goes. It's as simple as that. And you need to put down that drink, because you are 2 seconds away from having a f***ing aneurysm.
Yes. That was a great
That doesn't
choice.
mean you can pick up the sweets.
Right? Are those what I think those are?
Dairy
Oh,
milk buttons.
Okay.
What do you think they were?
Because I didn't need you to continually descend into chaos.
Illegal narcotics. That's what he thought.
Oh no, that'd be
It's
Alan.
legal over there, isn't it?
No, it's illegal.
Oh.
When I go to Denver, I'm going to walk into the first shop and be like, all of them, 10 days worth, please.
Oh.
Just reach into David's pockets.
Oh, it'd be
I don't
standing.
know what's going on in those
You're
pockets.
just
as it
gonna
is.
get a contact high just being around him.
Well, that was.
Facts.
Do you have anything else to say about that? Ruby?
No, Zombieland's great. You all disagree with this. I don't care.
I like Zombieland.
And
I like it. It was
Uh-huh.
your reinvention comment that we're like,
I think, but I didn't mean reinvent. I meant like it
It was a
added
fresh.
genre
A new
to it.
layer.
A fresh take.
there we go. Yeah, I would agree to
is
that.
more what I meant.
But yeah, no, I saw it in theaters. I loved it.
Oh, well done, you.
Yeah.
How
Like the entire
I was-
audience laughed at the Bill Murray scene.
was it seeing someone younger than you, like Bill Murray, on screen?
Terrifying.
Call
I
Grace
just went to Bill
Randolph.
Murray's restaurant a couple weeks ago.
Bill Murray has a restaurant.
Like modeled after
Joanne's.
Caddyshack.
Oh.
I've been to Joanne's as well.
Modeled
sorry to hear
after Caddyshack?
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Rub
I did not know
that
that.
glitter and
Terrible
grease of
service,
ra-
horrible food.
Oh, well.
How?
Woo!
But I do
Like-
like the movie Caddyshack.
Aussie Steak Backhouse.
I've never seen Caddyshack.
Outback Steakhouse.
Their obsession with Outback Steakhouse.
It's
cracks me
so
up.
good.
I'll just
I've
have a-
never been in my life, but I watched a video
Well-
of a lady trying the 45 most popular things on the menu, and I was like, "Yes, yes!"
Have you been to one, Yutaka?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
they're
pretty
quite- they're
popular
common.
chain.
Mm.
She have friends who used to work there growing up.
Well,
I would like.
speaking
the
of
Bloomin'
friends,
Onion, and
I would like
the
to
mac
ask
and
my other
cheese.
friend his next choice.
It's
No, I
lovely
need to
'cause
list my Outback Steakhouse order first.
You could do that in the after hours. We'll just sit there while you name everything, and that can be the 30 minutes. So my next one is actually a TV show. And it's going to
Ooh,
be
another one.
the first 4 seasons of The Walking Dead, but particularly the first 2.
The first four. We're not going to go
because
past there.
no, I mean I would touch up to 6, 5 maybe, but then that's pushing it. But to begin with, I thought it was a really great way to, well, apart from obviously we still don't know who stole the opening 28 days later of the Walking Dead comics. They're still in dispute of who had it first. I love
Didn't know that.
the waking up in the apocalypse and kind of, now I would change my mind now and say that every apocalypse film I want to see it from the beginning, because we always end up missing that bit. But I think in The Walking Dead it did well. And the casts were great. I mean, kudos to, I always forget her name, but that woman who played, yes. And then if you watch one of the 75 spin-offs, you work out, you find out who wrote that, and it's like, we didn't need all that. But the first few
Who-
seasons, who is A, were
Who's
great.
your favorite character?
Oh, Carol.
The Walking Dead. Carol. Okay.
Carol, and I don't know if you know this, but me and Melissa McBride have, Yutaka's on this ask, I've told the story before, have had a strong relationship. She followed me on Twitter back in 2012. We had many interactions, and when I was in the queue to meet her at this convention in London, the first one she'd been to, she saw me and she was in the middle of meeting someone. She said, "Oh my God, it's George," and I cried, like literally collapsed. And
That reminds me of when I met Nev Campbell and she decided to stop the meet and greet that she was doing mid-sentence with the person who was crying, meeting her, so that she could take a picture with Chevy Chase. I would have been like, Sydney,
Chevy
focus, I paid for
Chase?
this shit. Mhm.
there's no account for taste, but yeah, Carol's my favorite, and yeah, Melissa McBride, me and her, like, iconic, and she is the best. So yeah, I
You also
loved
like
it.
that other person.
What?
Oh, Ross Marquand, my husband. Yeah. Well, that just given it. He
yes.
played
The gay
Aaron,
one?
yeah, the gay one. Yeah, the one who's on my pillow over there that I every night. So,
Like
yeah.
my Chris Evans pillow.
There we go. Oh my God, maybe they can meet,
My
and then we
God,
can
he's-
do an
Wait, grab your
OnlyFans.
pillow, grab your pillow, grab your pillow.
Yutaka, how does it feel to know that we're the normal people here? It's weird, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Oh, I love it. I have to, because I had started it, but then I lost track. The final season, that's the only one that I haven't really seen. But I do love it.
Yeah, I kind of stopped watching it towards the end, but then I did watch
I
the
gave
last
up.
couple of episodes.
There was like
Um,
a season, I don't remember which season it was, but it was like this woman who was commanding an army of zombies.
Oh
And
yeah,
she like dressed up as one.
they,
so
they,
that,
they use the masks. Yeah, that was like series 9. No, maybe the end of
Yeah.
series 9, beginning of series 10.
I had given up by that point.
Now, I think that The Walking Dead gets a shit reputation sometimes. And I think that we have to acknowledge that The Walking Dead had one of the biggest episodes of television and pop culture ever when Negan killed. Like, that's all anybody was talking about.
And then
Walking
it
Dead
dropped
did
off
that.
the zeitgeist.
But people knew that was coming, though. Like, all the
Yeah.
fans did.
I thought it was
but I
shit
feel
if they
like-
left it on that cliffhanger.
I mean,
True.
that's why.
That's
like,
what ruined it, I
so
think.
It did, because then everyone's like, it allowed people to like catch up to the actual in the comics. They're like, oh well, we know it's going to happen, and obviously they weren't going to stray from it.
I personally feel like when people are like, people put too much emphasis on the fans with things like, oh, this movie is going to flop because the fans aren't going to go and see it, like Scream 7. Like, the general public,
that's a little
I feel like, is what
yeah.
makes up the vast majority of the box office and like viewership numbers. So
No, most definitely. Because look at the Fall Guy, to be fair. Like, that's just out this weekend. Like, people on the internet who always talk about films and cinema, they're all saying how they've been and they've enjoyed it. So clearly, for everyone who thinks they're one of these people, it is what the general public are going to go and watch. And
They're
there's
just not
all you
going
can
to
do
see it.
change it. And they're
Is
just
it
not going
not
to
doing
see
good?
these things. No, terribly.
It's not what they
that's
were
a shame.
expecting.
I went and I saw it yesterday and I loved it. And it wasn't even just
Wasn't
because
it
of Ryan
really
Gosling.
fun?
It was so fun. It was such a
so
movie.
fun. I don't get it. It had such a fun ad campaign as
It's
well.
the curse of Ryan
It
Gosling.
is the curse of Ryan
That
Gosling.
poor man.
It
Aside from
just-
Barbie, he cannot get a hit.
So many people loved him in Barbie.
No, but
Why is
Notebook-
it not translated?
No. I mean, what I'm saying though, like Liam knows where I'm going. Like his box office,
Yeah.
like
His
openings
box office
are not.
when it is about him, he does not get box office. He is 12 million is usually his cap.
Mhm.
Like Barbie was a phenomenon alone, just in its opening weekend, that it went past the 12 million that a Ryan Gosling film makes. But obviously he is. Everyone assumed, because everyone loved him in Barbie, this was going to do better. And then it hasn't. It has done slightly better. But
The
it's
mark,
went up
I
by,
will say, like the press tour has been fun to like see.
Are
all
we
the
still talking
stuff
about
he's
Yeah.
done.
Walking Dead?
No, we've moved on. You can
We
quit
got
talking
sidetracked.
to
Okay,
yourself.
sorry. We can talk about the love of my life in the after hours. Last but not least, we'll just do 3, right? 3 each. So the last one that I'm going to do, I'm going to go with The Day After Tomorrow, because that is a horror movie to me, because I don't like water. And as a child, when I saw that movie in fucking theaters and the giant ocean wave takes over all of New York City, I almost vomited. That movie is so scary. And that movie is credited with starting a slew of disaster films, which
Yeah.
came after that.
Well, yeah, because it was a huge hit though too.
Massive hit. I think Jake Gyllenhaal's in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ugh, that movie is so scary, y'all. That movie
Wait,
is so scary.
have you seen Waterworld?
I
No,
with
don't.
yeah, I don't. We don't.
What about Flood
Uh-uh.
with Robert Carlyle?
I've never heard of that.
Oh my
movie.
god, I'm gonna start picking water
Crawl.
films. Is what I'm hearing.
But another movie that I did just watch
Yeah.
this past weekend, which is it's a disaster movie, and I never even heard
Underwater?
of it. Volcano.
Oh,
With
I'm
Tommy
not-
Lee Jones.
Volcano.
And
Jones.
It was so good, and Anne Heche.
It's
I
so
was like,
good.
this movie is so good, and it was so fucking funny too, because like they intentionally make Tommy Lee Jones to like he's supposed to be a super smart person, but then she's like, "There's like a flow of magma underneath," and he's like, "What is magma?" And she's like, "Lava, you dumb bitch." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was so funny.
Wait,
It
have
was
you
such a good
seen-
movie.
I remember. Did Dante's Peak also come out around the same time?
The
Mhm,
same
Dante's Peak
time.
was good. That's Linda Hamilton, right?
And Pierce
Yes.
Brosnan.
You got a Linda
Mhm.
Hamilton thing going on.
And it was like so funny that given that it's a movie about flames and fire, that Anne Heche was in it. Just kidding.
Oh.
What's going on?
That is such a David.
Going down in flames with Paul Walker. But yeah, it was a great movie. Listen, I love Anne Heche. I visited her grave. Love her.
Who's Paul Walker?
Oh my god.
Really? He was the guy that died from all the Fast and the Furious movies. He was in Joyride, Into the Blue.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. That one.
That one.
I don't know what you're referring to.
He was
The song at the end of Fast 7 as he's
Oh,
driving
when they
up-
insert the CGI version
Wiz
of him.
Khalifa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
That's
Day
it.
After Tomorrow is my final pick. Watch it. If you
I
want.
love Day After Tomorrow.
It
It
is
is
such
such
a
a
fun
good
film.
film.
I also like 2012. 2012 was pretty.
Yeah,
good.
I like 20.
Yes,
Oh no,
I
but
also
when-
like
John
2012.
when the skinny blonde woman dies, and she's like, "No, take the dog."
Oh yeah.
The little Ivanka Trump. Hello.
Hey,
No, that is sad.
No, I really mean that. Hi.
I did
I
just
didn't
watch
enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it.
Sunshine, which is an apocalypse movie, technically.
Sunshine.
That's a good one.
Danny Boyle.
That's the one that Grace
it's-
thought was
yeah,
28 weeks later. She was talking on her thing and she was like, I
She was discussing. She was discussing
28 years later.
the casting for 28 years later. And someone was asking, they were like, "Oh, like I've never seen them." Blah 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 blah. She was like, "Oh, well, the first one's really good." Blah 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 blah. Blah. She was like, "The second one, like, I don't really enjoy it. It has nothing really to do with the first one. It's all about the sun." And I was like,
She's like, it's set in space.
Oh my god, that is.
"It's all about the sun." And I was like,
Is
"What
she,
is she
because
on
Cillian Murphy is in it?
What?
Because it's
Uh-huh.
yeah.
It's the same director and same lead actor. So see, she thought that Sunshine was the sequel to 28 Days Later. I was like, oh no.
Is Grace the one that the reviewer that you guys like, that with the 480p camera that talks out of the side of her face?
She's got it was
Yes.
720 and now she's got 1080.
Look at her go.
Yes,
the
she's just
upgrade. You know
upgraded.
that's worth millions.
Maybe she should be able to get a
But
sofa.
anyways,
Speaking of good marketing, before we end, who's excited for this film?
I'm so
What is that?
excited. Is that a poster?
Long Legs.
I don't know what that is.
Are you joking, Nick?
I don't know.
He doesn't watch
I only
trailers.
follow 100 people on Twitter, guys. I don't know.
Oh my god, and we're one of them.
Useless.
Well,
now.
I think he does it for
Right, Nick, would you like to wrap us up?
I would
unlike
prefer
George.
not to wrap things up because I'm on prep. Thank you guys for another wonderful episode of the Horror Hour. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, all of your, the Spotify's and the Apple Musics and stuff. The Horror Hour, the Horror Hour
Sometimes.
TV, all that stuff. You can find George at The Final Boy, and also check out his YouTube channel because he is watching Buffy and it is excellent. You can check Liam at Lima Ball Slapper, and sometimes he does reactions, but that little robot bitch Megan really things up for us. And Yutaka Osaka, I don't know how you pronounce the way that you write that.
It's not
Is
a
it
real word, so I don't know.
Oh, well, do you see the word in the lower left corner? That's where you can find him. He also has his own channel, and if you are confused on how to find it, then just double check the Horror Hour videos because he likes to double dip. So I love you guys, and this has been wonderful, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
Captain
Oh,
Queen.
wait. You can find me on
Where?
YouTube, in page, channel memberships. Please, for the love of God, join my
Please,
channel membership.
Doctor Who.
Please. Yes.
There's a faculty watch along with me and George.
That's
and
right.
Nick. We will have a wonderful time.
Yes, it was great. It was
Diana.
great. Yeah. Well, this is wonderful.
Yeah,
bye.
but we don't have channel memberships here because we're not like that.
Utaka has a membership on this very channel, which you can also join. Goodbye.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.